Good morning. Welcome to our 6 a.m. Pacific time daily spiritual practice. 6 a.m. for me, but it may be a different time for you. And I know some of our community who practice together watch this broadcast at different times during the day. Some have let me know that they watch it in the evening. I thank you for wherever or whenever you're tuning in, and I thank you in advance for being willing to share this practice with others who may want to be part of our year-long journey. Um, Today's reading for October the 22nd makes some references I'd like to just talk to. Manna from heaven. So if you are a Bible student, you may be familiar with manna as being the edible substance that was provided to the Israelites during their journey through the desert. And it is typically used contemporarily as a symbol of being provided with the support that we need when we need it in our spiritual journey. And more than material supply, it can be thought of as the spiritual, the emotional insights that we receive that give us the courage to continue through life. And in our tradition, it's a spiritual practice like the one we're about to do, and others: prayer, meditation, selfless service, circulation, spiritual study. These are the ways of opening ourselves to that guidance from within. Also, there are a few references in the reading to themes that have occurred in this book regularly, as a theme would. Dr. Holmes talks about the tendency of spiritual practice, of discovery, to produce newness and innovation and wholeness, at least 14 times in the book. Tends to bring, tends to become, tends to manifest, tends to heal, tends to prove. I love that. It's different from any kind of hard line, black and white, this is the way it works and only like this. It's refreshing because this idea of tendency makes space for the individual experience. So we can hold the whole thing quite lightly and then watch the tendency of our practice to lead us into a direction without being judgmental if we don't get to where we want to be as quickly as we thought we should. Another theme is the shift in focus throughout the book from me to we. And the way Dr. Holmes does it is he includes the communal well-being. And it supports this idea in our tradition that we do not put our personal well-being ahead of the communal well-being. So those are some of the themes, and there are more. Let us today settle in. Let these words be the focus of our contemplation. There is a divine presence within me, and it is an awareness within me, and it leads me onward and upward. And today, through this practice, I prepare myself for this growth, and I fill my whole being, my mind and my spirit and my emotions with this realization. And I call it my manna, my supply, that which I need for my journey. During this practice, I set down gently as I can any uncertainty that I might have, so that I can focus today in this practice on the nature of the all good within me. I'm aware right now of my unity with life, and through my unity with life, my unity with all life, all people. This allows me to loosen up And in my loosening up, I become aware of the pattern of wholeness that is not only within me, but around me. And in so doing, it comes to the surface of my being. And so I give my attention today to the thought of the always present nature of the living spirit. And I allow that always present nature to fire up my imagination and to inspire my feelings. I lift my mind and I listen deeply. Through this practice, then, there is a new influx in my awareness, a flowing in of inspiration, and a flowing out of creativity, and a flowing in of guidance into my thought, and a flowing out of good choices through my activity. I see more clearly than ever before that freedom is the way, the spiritual truth, and that this way and truth is for all. This divine presence that I'm contemplating is available everywhere to all people. And one of the ways it communicates itself with itself, through itself, is through love. So I give myself to love today. Through friendship, so I am friendly today. Through harmony, so I look for ways to agree today with what is right and true. Through joy, so I look for ways to give to the world that which it desires to receive. And through freedom, so I look for ways today to allow all people to be and all beings to be free and to be free myself. Today, I rejoice in the good of all, and I let this be my guide as I move through the world, repeating to myself, I rejoice in the good of all. I'm letting the next breath I take be deep, and the sigh that comes out afterwards introduce movement through the air moving in my lungs, eyes opening to embrace the day. I might sit here for a moment in the quiet after the broadcast. I invite you to do the same. And if there is something that is incomplete in you and you'd like additional prayer support, please use the link in the description of the broadcast to visit the World Ministry of Prayer and receive additional support in prayer. Again, thank you in advance for sharing this broadcast and for being here. And thank you especially for the wonderful messages. If you have something to share with me, it's very easy to reach me. My email address is my name, which you can see below right over here. There. Edward Fillion, without a space, at csl.org. Have a blessed day. I look forward to seeing you again.